Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to do this Alluring Cluster Crochet Stitch. To do this stitch, you can use any size yarn and whatever hook size that yarn recommends. I'm using worsted weight yarn, which is 4-ply for the US, 10-ply for Australia, and I'm using a 5mm hook or a size H hook for the US. The multiples of this stitch is 3 plus 2. And what that means is that you're going to loosely chain in multiples of 3, 3, 3, 3 until you reach your desired width. Then you'll chain 2 more and you'll be ready to begin row 1. Okay, I've got my multiples of 3. I got the width that I want, so I'm going to chain 2 more and I'm ready to begin row 1. For row 1, you want to work a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 6th chain, you want to do a double crochet. Then you'll chain 1, and then in the same chain that you just put the last double crochet in, you're going to put another double crochet in that stitch. And that's going to create what's called a V-stitch. Now you want to skip 2, 1, 2, and you'll work another V-stitch in the 3rd stitch over. And again, a V-stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all worked in that same stitch. And you're going to repeat this for the row. Skip 2, and in the 3rd chain over, you'll work another V-stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same stitch. So again, skip 2, keep doing your V-stitches all the way down your row. Okay, continue that down to the end of your row, and you should have 2 chains left. You're going to skip 1 chain and you're going to double crochet in that very last chain of the row, and that will end row 1. For row 2, you want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and turn. And now we're going to be working in our V-stitches this time. In your first V-stitch, you want to work, you're going to be doing 4 incomplete double crochets. So go in there, pick up a loop, only pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, only go through 2. You want to do this 4 times. You can be making a cluster. So once you have 4 incomplete double crochets on your hook, 5 loops still on your hook, you'll pull through all 5 loops. Then you're going to chain 2, and then you'll start your next cluster worked in your next V-stitch. So come over here and start your 4 incomplete double crochets, leaving that last loop on your hook. 5 loops on your hook, pull through all 5 loops and chain 2. And then continue this down your row. Keep doing your clusters worked in each of your V-stitches, and after every cluster, after you pull through all 5 loops, chain 2 before starting your next cluster. At the end of your row, after your last cluster, you'll only want to chain 1 instead of chaining 2, and you're going to double crochet in the top of your chain. And that will end row 2. For row 3, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to single crochet in that very first stitch, your very first double crochet. Now you're going to single crochet in this chain 1 space. Remember, we only chained 1 instead of 2 here at the end, so put a single crochet in that chain 1 space. Then you'll chain 3. You'll be always chaining 3 when you come to a cluster. You'll chain 3, and then you're going to be working now, from now on, we'll have chain 2s in between each cluster. So for each chain 2, you're going to be putting 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. After that, I'll bring you back up to your next cluster. So you're going to chain 3 and skip over the cluster till you get to your next chain 2. And then for this next chain 2, and for all chain 2s of this row, you'll be putting 2 single crochets in that chain 2 space, and then again chain 3, move over to the next chain 2, and you'll repeat this down your row. Okay, after your last 2 single crochets in your last chain 2 space, and then you come up to your last cluster, you'll do your chain 3 as usual, and then you'll come up to your last chain here, and you'll put 2 single crochets worked in this last chain of the row. 1, 2, 3. So that was the end of row 3. So for row 4, you want to chain 3 and turn. Now we're going to be doing double crochets worked in our cluster here, not in the chain space. So you can kind of pull down, push down the chain 3 space so that that stitch, so that your chain 3 doesn't get in the way of your stitch if you need to. And you'll be doing a double crochet worked in your cluster stitch. Once you've got your double crochet done, you'll chain 2, move over and find your next cluster stitch. And again, I'm only going to be working in the cluster stitch, not on the chain 3. I'm pushing that chain 3 forward. It'll give you a nice little textured look. Chain 2, find your next cluster, double crochet. Chain 2, find your next cluster, and double crochet. Then at the end, you'll only want to chain 1 and then double crochet here in your last stitch. It's hard to see, but you'll be able to see a lot easier on your own project. Okay, so that was row 1, 2, 3, 4. So for row 5, this is the last row of the repeat. So we'll be repeating rows 2 through 5. So for row 5, you're going to chain 3 and turn. And now in our double crochets here, we're going to be working our V stitches. So find your very first double crochet, and you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet inside your double crochet. Then you'll chain, no chaining. You just go right to your next double crochet and you'll do a V stitch in that one. So again, it's double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet. So continue down and put a V stitch in each one of your double crochets down your row. I just want to get to the end here so I can show you how to end your row. At the end of the row, you want to put a double crochet in the center of this chain 3. So you can count over 1, 2, and in the center one here, you want to put a double crochet. And that will end row 5. So for row 6, which is a repeat of row 2, again, you'll want to do a chain of 4, turn. Now we're going to be working our clusters inside our V stitches again. And our clusters again are made up of 4 incomplete double crochets. So you'll yarn over, go into the first V stitch, pull up a loop, pull through only 2. And you'll want to do that a total of 4 times, giving you 5 loops on your hook. You'll pull through all 5 loops, and then you'll chain 2, and then you'll move over and do a cluster in each of your V stitches. And at the end of the row, you will work a double crochet in the top of your chain 3. And then you'll just keep repeating rows 2 through 5. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and share and comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, if you want to be notified whenever I release a new video, you can go to my main YouTube page, and right next to the subscribe button, you can click that little bell, and it'll always notify you whenever I release a new video. Also, if you're wanting to know what kind of hook I was using in this video, it is a wooden furls hook. You can find the link down below this video if you want to get one for yourself. And I recommend, if you're going to get one, that you order one with the extended hook. If not, you're only going to get half the size. Also, I have a Facebook group called Crochet for the Masses, You can find the link down below this video as well in the description box, and there we share free patterns, we share pictures of projects that we just got done making or are in the process of making. We share links to free patterns, ask questions, ask people's opinions, like what color choice, you know, combination looks better, you know, these things. It's a really nice source if you love crochet. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching.